Hey, welcome to the Duke and Luke Show. I'm Wildcat Duke, and here's my affiliate,
Luke. We have an exclusive story on the Eons of Earth, and I'm going to hand it over to Wildcat Duke.
Alright, so today we're going to be visiting all of the Eons of Earth. The first story we'll visit, it's about the Haitian era. Man, I won't be using this today because it is hot! H-O-T, hot! Alright, so we'll be handing off to our reporter, Chirag, and he will be a brave man because it is lava out there. Alright, let's hand it over to Chirag.
Yeah. Hello everyone, welcome to the Haitian era. The Haitian era looked much like this, an alien and inhospitable world for about a couple million years. During the Haitian era, the surface of the earth was molten, it was not solid, and many heavier elements like iron and nickel drifted down to the core while lighter elements floated to the surface.
Go.
During the era, a lot of comets and meteorites from space were hitting the Earth and the process of accretion. It made the Earth bigger, but it also brought water, so that later in Earth's history, we were able to have water form. While the Earth was forming, a lot of lighter gases, such as ammonia, hydrogen, and carbon dioxide, were pushed away from the sun's solar winds. But when meteorites came back and hit Earth, they brought water to Earth, and then because Earth was so hot, the water evaporated and formed into steam in the atmosphere. So when the Earth cooled enough, you might need an umbrella to protect you from the boiling rain. And also, the gas that was on Earth was not oxygen, it was not breathable for humans, so you might need to have a gas mask to protect you too. The hazards on Earth during the Haitian era, there was a lot. First of all, there was always a ton of volcano activity, and there was always volcanoes with a lot of lava coming up at all times, so you have to be careful of that. There was also boiling rain and acid rain, because it was really harmful to us, so you would die if you were there. And then also there was an atmosphere only made up of steam, so UV radiation would get through and it would fry your skin. Also there was no oxygen, and the ground was not even solid, it was just molten, and you could die from the hot ground. So here's the forecast for the Haitian era. So on Monday, we're going to have a lot of volcanic eruptions, and the temperature on that day is 3,680 degrees. So if you're by there, get out of there as fast as possible. On Tuesday, we have meteor collisions, and that is the process of accretion making the Earth bigger. And it's going to be 3,650 degrees that day. And then on Wednesday, a Mars-sized planet named Theia crashes into Earth and will eventually form the Moon on Thursday. And the temperature ranges from 3,240 degrees Fahrenheit to 3,000. And then on Friday, we finally have some acid rain and boiling rain, so make sure you pack an umbrella because it's going to be really hot that day too. Back to you, Wildcat Duke.
Down in the Archean Eon. Alright,
Let's head down to the field now.
Earth's crust cooled, and water vapor was abundant, and the continental plates began to form. Okay. The air above the surface contained methane and ammonia, which were toxic chemicals that killed every living thing. Chemical gases started to appear, as well as other gases containing 7% of hydrogen, nitrogen, and other toxic gases. And to avoid the radioactivity in the gases, you can make shelter, but that still will protect you from their hair loss and the other stuff, including gases, hydrogen, and other toxic chemicals.
Good morning, America, and we have a story for you. We're going to visit the Proterozoic era, and you know what? This is a great story for me, Wildcat Duke, and my partner Luke. How about you explain it to us?
Alright, well, first of all,
it's going to be a little snowy outside, and we're going to need these hot chocolate cups. Now, who is going to be out there? Who's going to be out there for us reporting?
Molly.
Who's going to be out there? We will need this big jacket because it is, let me guess, C-O-L-D, cold. Alright, here, hold on. Let me get this on just to get prepared for that weather. How about you start sticking your hot chocolate, buddy? Alright, headed out to Molly.
Early in the Proterozoic era, we had mountains beginning to form, and it was very cold because the Earth had turned into a giant snowball. The atmosphere had begun to form thanks to photosynthetic plants. They were releasing oxygen that was releasing up into the Earth and being held by Earth's gravitational pull. The most abundant chemical elements on Earth at the time were oxygen because of photosynthesis and iron. It's super cold right now. The average temperature of the Earth is about negative 480 degrees Fahrenheit. The only things you have to worry about in the Proterozoic eon is dramatic volcanic eruptions and freezing to death. So on Monday, we have cold temperatures and everlasting snow. On Tuesday, cold temperatures and snow forever. On Wednesday, we have cold temperatures and perpetual snow. On Thursday, we're going to have, you guessed it, cold temperatures and snow, as always. And indefinitely, an average temperature of negative 480 degrees and snow. Thank you. Throwing it back to Wildcat Duke and Luke. Today, our partner Wildcat Duke is out on the field reporting on the Phanerozoic Eon. Let's go, Duke. Wildcat Duke.
Wildcat Duke out here for you from the Phanerozoic Eon. Alright, as you can tell, life is very hospitable out here. Land mass supports Earth. Plants also had photosynthesis. They created oxygen, and there was complex life out here. Alright, as you can tell, this is very hospitable, even though it's pretty cold. Alright, the temperature right here is pretty cold, but I mean, it's hospitable to life. The first chemical elements are hydrogen and helium. Alright, man, it is cold out here. Alright, there are many volcanic eruptions, rain, and some, not many, but some asteroids. Alright, that's what we have out here. I'll explain later. Now, in this temperature, it's 44 degrees outside. That's pretty cold. You know what? It's not cold enough to snow, but it does snow. Alright, there can be tsunamis happening. There's many tsunamis actually. Earthquakes, meteoroids, volcanic eruptions. Alright, America, and this is how to get ready for many hazards. Alright, so what you're gonna want to do, if it's raining, obviously get your jacket. You're not dumb. Okay. If there's an earthquake, you want to get under a stable structure, like this table right here. Get under it, and you sit under it, wait for it to be done. Hopefully it has something to look at, maybe move or something. Alright, as you got for the earthquakes. Volcanic eruptions, if you're around, you've got to get out of there right now. If you stay there, you're done. You're done. Alright. Tsunami, try to get on a plane, get out of there. Alright, the first thing that happened was a Cambrian explosion. Organisms came out of that. Plants came out. Lots of different organisms came out of this. Alright, and all that's about to happen. Earth was hospitable at the time, so the plants and everything could thrive through life. Alright, now, back around this time. First thing that happened, Wednesday. It's a little sunny outside, 48 degrees, kind of bitter cold. Next day, Thursday, 49 degrees. Rainy. 48 degrees again. Friday. What do you think? Rainy. Saturday. Cloudy. Rainy. 48 degrees. Once again. Do you see a pattern, America? I do. Sunday. Hey, look at it. It's something different. It's 46 degrees. Still rainy. That makes me angry. I want some snow. Alright. Phanerozoic Eon is a great eon to live. It's really hospitable. You can live, thrive in life. Alright, that's what we have out here in the Phanerozoic Eon. Have a good day, America. Alright, I'm going to transfer this back to my real good friends, Luki, Dookie, and Mulligan. Welcome back to the Eons of Earth. Alright, to wrap this up, it's Luki, Dookie, and me, Wildcat Duke. So, the first thing that happened is the Hadean era, which was 4.6 billion years ago to 4 billion years ago. The heavier elements sunk and the lighter elements rose. That created a magnetic field to protect us from the sun's harmful rays.
And then the Archean era formed big gas clouds 4 billion years ago to 2.5 billion years ago, which also led to photosynthesis and gas clouds. And then
Proterozoic era. It started 2.5 billion years ago and it ended 542 million years ago. Snowball Earth in that eon was 6 to 12 million years, and it ended 635 million years ago. Alright, the last one, to wrap it up, is the Phanerozoic era. This happened 542 million years ago. The main thing that happened in this eon was the Cambrian explosion that created all sorts of life. This is the interesting part. This is where we came from. This is not only long ago, but it's from 542 million years ago to now. Or should I say, forever. Alright. This has been a great telecast. Hope you learned a lot. This is my boy, Luca Duca, Wildcat Duke. We're going to thank Chirag out there in the Hadean era, Molly out there in the Proterozoic era, and my boy Luca Duca out in the
Archean era.
Alright, and at me in the Phanerozoic era.